Okay. After I show you all of these bags, you're probably going to think that somebody at ONA Bag Company paid me to make this video or something. The answer is no, that's not the case. As I've stated many times, I'm a bit of a, what's the word I'm looking for? Bag hooker. I want to talk about some ONA bags, since I've actually been asked questions on this before. Bit of a bag connoisseur. Now, it is unfortunate, and I've got two more down here, one at a time. It is unfortunate that when you're speaking about bags as opposed to like empirical specs and criteria on a camera or a lens, it's very subjective. I mean, some people have serious issues just packing a single camera and a lens around all day, and other people have no issue packing around like a 300mm 2.8 lens all day long, which is infinitely heavy. And so also to body sizes and shapes and musculature, you can't make a correct choice for everybody, but you can narrow down some of the specifics. Let's talk about the smaller size. Now, I've got 4 ONA bags here, and I really think they're the only sizes. These are all messenger bags. They have them in different colors and also all leather. However, I don't think that the Bowery bag all leather is really worth it, since it's kind of rather, well, all these bags are actually rather expensive. The all leather Brixton bag down here is $440. I'll show you in a second. Anyway, this is the ONA Bowery bag. It actually comes with one more divider than this, but I actually have it out. It's actually perfect for like holding a DSLR and a lens. It will almost hold, like say for example, a Sony a6000 or a Fujifilm X-T2 and a lens and a speed light. That's pretty much it, and you pretty much can tell it's a man purse size bag. Yeah, I said man purse. I'm sure if ONA sees this, they probably won't like me calling it a man purse, but it's basically the size of a purse, a little bit larger than a typical purse. Even though it's not a purse, it's a camera bag, right? You could tell I'm not being paid by ONA to make this video, because they wouldn't want me saying that. They wouldn't want me saying that about their bags. There is a rear flap back here for sticking, I wouldn't stick memory cards back here, but sticking some oddball flat junk, and 2 side pockets over here. They're actually extremely well made. They are expensive. I mean, everybody that has an ONA bag or has looked at one, no matter whether they're rich or poor or otherwise, will say, yeah, they're expensive. These are, I think all of them are made in the Dominican Republic. But this is their waxed canvas bag. I have one down here that I just re-waxed. It's the same as my favorite waxed canvas color. This is a smoke color here and a print street. So this is basically a day bag for a camera lens and a speed light, barely if it's a mirrorless. Because the DSLR will basically hold a lens, and the DSLR without the lens on it, of course. So that's the Bowery bag. Now, there's 2 sizes here, the print street and the Brixton, which I'm about to show you. Actually, let me put them both side by side. There's a 1-inch difference on the length and the depth between these two. The Brixton interior dimensions, and the Brixton's actually my favorite, is 13 by 9 by 5. The print street is 12 by 9 by 4. So it's 1 inch shorter, and it's 1 inch shallower in depth. Both of these are actually the same color. The only difference is that I went and re-waxed the canvas on this one, since I actually picked this one up as a steal and a half. I mean a real steal. I think actually really good, well-made bags, the more beat the hell they are, the better they look. And I got this bag for a steal. But it did need some attention, so I resaturated the leather. I'm really good at making leather stuff, and I did re-wax the bag, so that's why there's a color difference, but both of these are smoke. The difference between the print street and the Brixton, other than size, obviously, is that the Brixton actually has a non-detachable rear grip on the back, and this, the print street, has a detachable carry handle strap right here. With they both have leather accents, and of course there is a leather version of this available in black and caramel and tan color, which everybody gets the tan, and I actually am not a fan of the typical sort of brown tan cow leather. This will actually hold a DSLR and a couple lenses and a speed light, or it'll hold a, like say a Fujifilm or a Sony, a mirrorless camera, 3 lenses and a speed light. It's got 2 front pockets, 2 side pockets, and a rear flap that's actually closed via neodymium magnet with a magnet in the back flap and a magnet in the center section. It's all waxed canvas with leather accents. Actually, this would be a perfect day bag for actually carrying. Most people go on a shoot, they've got 3 lenses. This would be a perfect wedding bag to actually pack around with you all day long. I mean, if you have halfway decent stamina. These are all basically best worn side saddle, not off the shoulder, but I mean cross saddle. How do they call it cross saddle? It's actually across the shoulder. They call it cross saddle. Cross worn. There's a few different things people call it. Anyway, someone's going to correct me on that. I know they are, obviously so. Leather accents on the top, wax canvas interior for it rests against your shoulder. The actual strap, I love the fact that the strap is non-removable and actually sewn in with leather accents on the side on this and the Brixton. By the way, like I said, this is the Prince Street, and the interior dimensions, which is all that matters, is 12 by 9 by 4. So it's 1 inch shorter and, like I said, 1 inch more shallow front to back than my favorite bag. Not that the Brixton isn't my favorite. All of these are not my bag, by the way. Most of them are. I borrowed one of these bags from a buddy. I always buy everything I get used. They said this is the Smoke. This is my favorite bag. Well, this bag has seen some wear. I got it used. It was really used too. My main bag that I actually use is this leather Brixton over here. When I actually saw this one, so stupid cheap. This one, I think, what is it? $300 and some dollars. The wax canvas model. If you buy, I got this used for $80. Wow. It did need some attention. Someone had kind of abused it, but after I brought it back to life and resaturated the leather and rewaxed the canvas, it's watertight and it's ready to go. Let me show you another option. Most people get the brown, and of course, let me actually show you the option on this. Of course, this is on ONA bags. Yeah, onabags.com. This is the one everybody gets, and of course they make several different flavors of all leather. You get the all brown one. I actually have the all black, which is my favorite, this one right here. Yeah, new, they're $439. I never buy anything new. I bought this used ages ago. This is the all leather Brixton. It is all top, and they call it top leather. Oh, excuse me there. Let me actually open it up and show you the inside. I love this bag. You just sit there and smell it all day long. Some people don't like the smell of leather. I actually make leather products, and I love the smell of leather. This one actually has one more divider than this. You can actually stick a laptop behind here. I usually don't use this rear flap. And then you have 3 dividers that it actually comes with. So you could hold a DSLR with a pancake lens on it, barely. You could actually hold a DSLR if you actually throw it side saddle in the bag like this, and it'll hold an additional 1 or 2 large lenses, or just the actual DSLR body. 2 or 3 lenses depending on the size, and a speed light, and your laptop back there, and some other stuff in the front pockets. But this is the all leather Brixton. This is the bag of bags. The more you beat this up, the better it looks. The important thing on the leather or the wax canvas is that since the bottom takes the most abuse, as well as the top for rain, not that most people are dragging their camera gear through the rain, is actually to apply water sealant, special leather water sealant, or in the case of wax canvas, the wax canvas wax, which is like a combination of beeswax and mineral oil. It's basically like really thick toothpaste, and you just smear it into the bottom. Anyway, I love the Brixton bags. Let me sniff it. I love sniffing leather. The smell of, I love the smell of dead cow. You see, that's another reason why you know that ONA didn't authorize this video, because they wouldn't want me saying the smell of dead cow. You know, leather is a dead critter. You know, I think everybody with 2 brain cells knows that leather is from a dead animal. I love leather products. I even do quite a bit of leather work myself. I've made a lot of leather items. No, not that kind of leather items, just normal stuff, okay? Get your mind out of the gutter. So that's it. I wanted to show you that. That is basically, I don't know, it depends on how you typify what the hell you're... Actually, I know for a fact that my medium format GFX fits into my Brixton perfectly with a speed light and one other lens. You know, medium format's pretty huge, so it fits in my Brixton perfectly. That is actually my favorite bag. But I can see most people actually preferring the Prince Street ONA bag. And that's the one thing, anytime I mention ONA bags, everybody says, oh, they're really expensive. I know quality. I know quality. And are the ONA bags a little overpriced? I think they are slightly overpriced, but not really. They're actually really well made. They're actually better than really well made bags. I know for a fact that compared to what's that overpriced junk from England? Someone refresh my memory. I know the bags really well, and I've owned one of them before. You know what I'm talking about. Those frigging bags from England. They gleefully put in on the bags, made in England. Made in jolly old UK. It escapes me right now. But they're made, the ONA bags are actually made better than those English. It starts with a B. It's not a Buxton, it's a... Oh, what the hell is it called? Someone will correct me on that for forgetting. So sorry, I forgot. There is actually one bag that's nicer than this, but it costs about 5 times as much. They're all special order at B&H Photo. I forget the name of those two. I've had my hands on one once. They're really luxurious looking, and they're insanely expensive. Totally a status symbol, overpriced. These are not really overpriced. I mean, they are slightly overpriced. But actually, the quality you get is extremely nice. They're really not overpriced. Like I said, I hunt for mine used. I only bought one of these bags new, and one of these bags is a borrow. So yeah, I actually put my money where my mouth is. I do own 3 ONA bags, but I am a tightwad. I did buy them used. See, this is a great thing actually about buying a used ONA bag. You know, people don't like used cameras and lenses if they're really rough. It's like, that's rough. The great thing about a camera bag, like this one that I, the wax canvas one, that I got really cheap. Unlike a camera or a lens, the more beat up it is, the better it looks. At least to me, anyway. This one needed some loving to restore it. But someone really abused this, and it looks better now than a new one does. So I was happy to get this really cheap. It's like, you know, it had cat hair inside of it. It took me forever to clean the inside. There was some sort of animal fur inside of this bag. It took me a long time to get that crap out. I re-waxed it, resealed the leather. I love restoring high quality, and this is high quality. It's one of those bags that you buy. It's not overpriced. You know, there's certain items in life that you buy one of them, and that's it. Just, you know, unless the dog literally chews it apart or something, there's just one of them. You'll never have to buy another one. It's just one. And these bags are that. And that actually is really the most important thing. Because today in our pathetic, you know, like all Apple products, for example, are designed to self-destruct after a couple of years, and you got to go buy another one. Basically, everything is like that. It's called planned obsolescence. These are not designed on planned obsolescence. Somebody actually just treated this bag like crap. And it didn't need much restoration. Well, it did, actually. Some restoration work for me. But, I mean, all the stitching is still intact and everything's just... I love products like that. You buy one of them, and that's it. Says the guy that owns 3 of these bags, right? I'm kind of weird like that, right? I'm a bit of a bag. I was going to say bag slut, but I'll edit that out later. I was going to say bag hooker. No, I love bags. I love camera bags, especially quality leather products. It is really, unless you spend a fortune and you're like the rich dude on the Monopoly game board, it's impossible to find a really good leather bag. They just don't exist. You go on eBay and you even type in used leather bag and you find a high quality one, especially those damn English ones, which are really overpriced. They're not made that well. It's just impossible. And really, for $439, and I didn't pay anywhere near that much for mine because I got mine used. These bags are really not overpriced. quality is extremely high. I never heard anybody own a bag, complaining about the quality of the product. And there's a good reason for that. This was my video discussing ONA bags. You can tell by the way I talk in this video that this is certainly not a corporate sponsored video from the ONA bag company, because they wouldn't. I am praising the bags, I just have some slightly colorful language to use to explain things explicitly and implicitly. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, that's it. I've had too much coffee today. I've had way too much coffee. Thank you. Bye.